Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Johnny Davis Live. We're here on this April 4th, 2026, and today we're going to be chatting with the one and the only Cool Paul. Cool Paul is one that I've been knowing for quite a few years, I think 11 or 12 years. I always talk about the fact that I think that she's one of the most talented Muay Thai practitioners in the country, right? And I believe that she is just totally knowledgeable beyond her years. And the information I think we're going to share today, that we're going to talk about today, I think is going to be very valuable for a lot of people who might be interested in more Muay Thai, talk about the roots of Muay Biran, as well as the freestyle Muay Thai and freestyle kickboxing, and how all of that has kind of come about and making it a thing. I think it's just a simple evolution, if you will. And I just believe that, times have changed. And I really believe that as a result of that, we need to kind of catch up. MMA is on fire, how it always has been. You got the insertion of bare knuckle and things like that going on. So, you know what? We have to keep, changing. We have to keep growing. We have to keep somewhat reinventing what we're doing so that we can get to that pinnacle like other fight sports. And I think before I bring up Kupal, I just want to make note of this statement right here. So I want you thinking about this as we are doing the show. When I think about Muay Thai and kickboxing, I'm looking at it more from the perspective of fight entertainment rather than the art. I have great respect for the art, but I'm looking at it more from a fight entertainment perspective. So, in other words, trying to get it to that upper echelon of contact sports in the country to try to get more butts and seats, to try to get more sponsorships, eventually more TV, and eventually more money for these fighters who really want to do this and make a living at it. That is my mission. That's my goal. What I'm trying to do on this planet here, to change the sport. So in doing that, I think we have to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more diverse, a little bit more open to that change to appease the appetite of the American culture. Since we're talking about the USA right now. So without any further ado, guys, we're going to bring up the one and the only Crew Paul. How
Yeah,
you doing?
that's too big. By the way, I'm humble.
Oh no, you're
Thank you.
absolutely awesome. You're absolutely awesome.
Um, yes, I taking from what you mentioned earlier, if we could get right into it, right? Um, Evolution of sport have been changing so much, and one thing I have heard from our fellow uh, coaches and fighters, right? Muay Thai is not the same in Thailand. In American, Muay Thai is not the same. Well, in Thailand is not the same in Thailand too,
Mm.
because they have constantly been changing, improving. Um, uh, it's go to new. Uh, what's the word? Evolution.
Evolution, yes.
Evolution. Yes. So to cater toward the audience, I think the audience has changed. I spoke with a few Muay Thai practitioner, and it's legendary, right? And I have seen them get on podcasts and some show. I think older generation tend to put more in style. It's the beauty,
Mm.
it's the art. Um, the newer generation, we are uh, giving more toward like brutal, right? Those are people who sell the ticket, and I love that you put it up front. You are the person, you are a promoter. Your goal is to, of course, improve sport. There's no doubt. That's why we're in this
Right.
industry. um, at the same time, uh, the promoter have to sell ticket in the order to pay for the fighter, to pay for utility, the staff, the banner, everything. So it's going together hand in hand.
Right, right. Well, and that's what I would like to think. I've always kind of been somewhat of an innovator, if you will, and some of the things that brought to the table here. And IKF has been around for a long time, and I just think we just kind of need to lead the charge in doing this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the freestyle Muay Thai and the freestyle kickboxing, and again how that all is evolving now. I do want to go back a little bit to maybe help educate people a little bit on Kubal and how you were raised, where you were raised, and a little bit about what that culture was like. How did Muay Thai influence your life and how you became the person that you are today?
Well, we need an all day podcast for
Well,
this.
right. well, the Reader's Digest version.
Yes, I need all day for this. So as a fighter, I born and raised in Thailand, and my passion is not really the fighting. Okay, I told my fighters, I told my students, I not think I really much of a fighter, right? And
Hmm.
it's different though. Obviously, I have over 100 fights,
Right. Yeah.
um, but I am more of I love the beauty. I love the art. I fall in love with the arts of Muay Thai, and I'm Thai, right? So, uh, when I practice Muay Thai, I really passionate. When I was younger, I had been seeking one of the best, or best of the best in town, best in the
Right.
city,
Right.
best teachers out there, who teach the art. Um, I would like to say the art because people how who teach you how to do punch and kick could be different people, right? So I got into traditional Muay Thai and I love it. The
Mm.
story, the art, um, the culture, uh, the culture part. Actually, I have Thai New Year in my gym last weekend, um,
Right.
and I get a chance to explain to the newer generations fighter, right? Um, these are the arts, our arts, such so-called Muay Thai and Muay Boran. It's really tied in with the culture, and you can't really separate it. So yes, I'm a fighter. I retired after over 100 fight,
Wow.
and I became one of the youngest master in Thailand.
Mm.
Not really trying to go for master or grandmaster in Muay Thai. Those are new things, right?
Mm.
Um, but to be recognized by your own culture and your own heritage, how you were born and raised, it's an honor.
Right. What about the culture? You keep talking about the culture that you would think that really entrenches in the minds, I should say, in the minds of the practitioners. Let me go. Let me change that. So when we have these little kids, why do you think it's important for them to understand the cultural aspect of Muay Thai rather than just the kick and the punch in the knee and then the elbow?
Um, if you or someone who listening, right? Excuse me. If you've been to Thailand, Muay Thai in Thailand is very different than in America
Mm.
because of the culture, right? How Muay Thai is formed and shaped through generation toward generation.
Right.
And my lineage, we trace back to almost 300 years, right? So, how it's formed and shaped is through the storytelling, through um, uh, older generation just telling story of why and how we do things. Uh, the closest thing I could compare as American is if you think about the movie you watch, native uh,
Native son.
indigenous people,
Oh, okay,
right?
native about native. Mhm.
Yes, Native American. They sit around the bonfire and tell the story
Mm.
and why things happen that way.
Right.
So, uh,
Well,
the
let me just insert. I
spice-
can insert. I
yeah,
can insert there for a moment and say in African culture as
yes,
well, we have a similarity there of telling stories and the lineage and all of those things
right,
have connections
yeah,
and meaning that perhaps would make us live a little differently.
right. So, um, coming back, we're gonna circle back to the freestyle kickboxing and Muay Thai in a little bit.
Yes.
The reason I really want to trace back so far, I would like to remind everyone who might be listening and disagree with the rules and politics
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
I would like to remind you real quick. This is a gentle reminder. At one point, we were connected. We share, we tell story the same way.
We. And you say we. Who you're talking
We.
about?
Uh, in the age where there's no technology, do we hunt similar way?
Oh. I see. I
Do
see.
we
We
live?
as a
Do we
people. Right.
farm? Yes. Do we farm similar?
Yeah. I
Do
got.
we
It.
do
Yes.
we dig a soil in similar way?
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, the sport we are in right now, it's it's from the way of people's living and survive
Got it.
and live.
Right.
Yes, in different city it has different name,
Right.
right? So coming back to your questions about how I grew up, um, in Thailand, how the Muay Thai uh, been taught, mold and shapes so many generations through Buddhist monk, through people who've
Mm.
been to war, through they have seen a lot and they just feel like these are my retirement and I just want to do good.
Right.
So when I learned Muay Thai in Thailand, it's peaceful.
Mm.
It's peaceful. It's a reminder of you are so capable. Your whole body is a weapon and you are
Mm.
capable. And inside the gym, these are the place where you can make a mistake and be accepted.
Mm.
And you have every chance to be better. You have every chance. How many times have you heard a coach said, keep your hands up,
Right.
right?
Right.
And how many times did did you feel like, this is not my thing, I don't know if I
Right.
can do
Right.
it? And everyone support each other. And as a mom of 5 years old, I would love for my kid to be in an environment like that.
Right. Right. So that's an important note.
Yes,
I wanna just kind of angle this for one moment
right.
because I'm trying to understand this, and you've been great in educating me on this cultural aspect. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Right, right, right. So, what was actually first? Was it Muay Biwan or was it Muay Thai? Or are they the same?
This is 20 minutes to tell the whole story.
I
So
know, I know,
I
I
love
know.
story, guys. If you're listening, I love telling story because um, we spoke yesterday briefly, and I said, how could uh, this be a new thing? Because it's literally in our school book, in Thailand school book, in history book, and it's even on Wikipedia, right? And when I click on Wikipedia and I was going to translate and send it to you, Johnny,
Mm,
I realized the English version is very different and is it's cut out more than half of the details
mm,
if versus in the Thai language.
right.
And Muay Boran. So uh, back in King Rama V, early about 1700. I don't want to. If I don't if I get the year wrong,
Right.
just King Rama V. Okay, um, this is the first generation where the Thailand government opened the school, public
Mm,
school, for
mm-hmm.
anyone to join. Okay,
Right.
so uh, back before then, education only accessible to people who have higher social status.
Ah,
So it's not for everybody.
got it.
If you are rich, if your parents work for the government in higher level, you
Right.
probably be able to hire someone to teach your kid.
Hmm.
And at King Rama 5, the first school called Swan Gulab School, it's first school where all the kids in different social status can go to that school and have education.
Hmm.
Okay, and how is that relevant? I'm not asking you about that, right?
Right. Right.
So in this time, Johnny, um, the king have to put everything together, right? Subject, what are we learning? We learn Thai
Curriculum.
language,
Hmm.
math, all the curriculum, right?
Right.
And one of that is PE. So one of that is PE. So, well, obviously our country have our own sport, so we're gonna put this in the PE in the school curriculum. So my great great grandmaster or honor to be writing that book,
Ah.
very very first school book that used in public school.
Hmm.
So in those PE, because so many con and grade, they have less grades than right now,
Right.
but because you break out different semester, you break out different grade, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, well, we have the Siamese art. We have our art. We have to combine other people's art as well.
Hmm.
So, so what do we call this, right? We're gonna call this Muay Thai, and we're gonna call which is this is a Thailand's art. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, Muay Sakon, which is this is a Westerner boxing. We're gonna call this Muay
Hmm.
Sakon. We're gonna call this art Muay Jin. Uh, how can you see the pattern? It start with Muay. Muay Jin. This is a Chinese art.
Hmm.
Muay Jin is Kung Fu, right? So, so that's when it starts. And when this school book start, this is when Muay Thai more popularity. This is Muay Thai.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's part of the curriculum for all the
Yes,
school.
it is now the government gonna say this is
Right.
what it's gonna call. Of
Right.
course, it's called this name before then, but there was no documented of how
Right.
it start.
Right.
So when you put the school curriculum, right, the first public school, oh, now that makes sense. That's why it's popular.
Right.
And the effect come like this, Johnny. Um, so since this is Muay Thai and this approved by the government, and at this time it's we call Sport Authority of Thailand, right?
Right.
This is the government thing. Um, so what do we call the rest of stuff?
Hmm.
Because uh, back then we were tribal. We live in different groups,
Right.
um, and in art, same art, it has different names. It has Muay Chaya, Muay Korat, Muay Lopuli, Muay Tha Sao, all tons of different Muay in
Hmm.
different this fighting arts from our country.
Right.
But in different area of the country,
Hmm.
different groups, they call different name. And well, so they decided we're gonna call these arts Muay Boran. These indicate the art that exists before this public school start. Anything exists before then, right? So Muay Boran was never really a style. Muay Boran indicate these are our art, tons of different names. They call because Thai people have different, we speak different dialogue.
Right.
Um, these are the arts. The fighting art exists before the
The
public.
curriculum before it became public and became
Right.
a curriculum. Right. That's what I was
Right.
thinking.
Yes. So that's why we call it Muay Boran, because these art exists before the school curriculum.
So okay, so let me get this right. So Muy Baran is like a collective of the different names and styles of
So
Muay Thai? Or that was the ultimate? I mean, how do I
so
explain this?
uh look at it this way. We call our let's look about military, right? So let's put the word Muay Boran and military together. Okay.
Mm,
When you said you join the military, right? You have to have branch. So there's no such a things of my son is in the military. Does that make sense?
you have to have what?
You have to have branch.
A, there has to be there like a connection.
So military uh is the name, right? The nouns we call Navy or Air Force or
Sure, sure.
military members.
Right.
But military members do have their branch.
Oh, okay, got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, okay.
So there's no such things of my son is in the military. Which brand? And you're like, what do you mean? It's
It's just
military.
period. They're in the military. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you talk about Muay Boran, is the same as you're saying you practice, you join the military.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting it now. So it's a general word. So we could almost say freestyle muy Baran, even though nobody would know what that is over here hardly, right?
So,
Right.
I mean, we can call a lot of things, right? Because Muay
Mhm.
Boran uh, includes a lot of things.
Got it.
Muay Boran have its form of sport. Yes, it was used in war, and it was like for defending the countries, defending our land.
Right.
Excuse me.
Hmm.
Um, and how people moving up, how back then, how men moving up their rank in the military, because remember they don't have access to school.
Right. Mm.
That one way as your education or your certificate
Sure.
is to become a fighter, to
Ah.
be known, to be word of mouth famous.
Right.
And
Got
that's how my grandmaster, great great grandmaster, back in 200 something years, and that's how they earned that title
it.
in
Mm.
as like a general in the military.
Right. So I
How,
want to. Yeah. Go ahead. Mhm.
yeah. So Muay Boran does have form of sport. Yes.
Right. So with that. So people in the country, like the other day, I was talking with Rudy out. I told Rudy out he couldn't be on the day. He was going to be on, but he couldn't get on.
Right.
Had to take care of something else. I told him I was going to definitely talk about him a little bit, but he was making a comment about throws. Like there are no throws. That was his exact comment. Was that there are no throws in Muay Thai. And I kind of want to argue with that a little bit. But you know what? You're the expert, and I want you to tell me: are they just considered sweeps? Are there throws? Could there be throws? Were there throws in the beginning? Does that still go under the umbrella of Muy Baran?
Uh, yes and yes. His statement is right. Okay, his statement is right. In
Rudy, she says
nowadays,
you were right
Mhm.
about there are no throws, but there's a but coming, sir.
Yes, sir. Um, so let's break it down in portion, right? And this, don't shoot a messenger,
Right, got it.
because this is what I know, and this is how it's come about. So um, in nowadays Muay Thai, because the rules change so many generation, has so many evolution throughout
Right.
the year. Remember back in, maybe in 60s 70, you
Mhm.
can catch someone leg and drag,
Right.
right? And now we can't do it anymore. Now
You
come
can
back to the,
basically, you say drag, you can hold it as long as you want
oh
to
yeah,
hold.
you can drag,
And,
you can pull, and you
now
can
some
do,
styles, now I will say in Muay Thai, I've seen some people allowing that still today. They can
yes.
hold it as long as,
So
as long as they want.
uh you can, I don't remember, one or two steps with that drag, you have to do
Mhm.
something, you have to let go,
Right.
but you cannot drag your opponent legs around the ring.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it is evolution of the sport, right? So no, you cannot throw in Muay Thai. Yes, you can throw in Muay Boran. It was the rule. So one of the in Muay Boran, not only the uh in ancient, right? And I'm not making this up. When I practice Muay Boran, one of the thing I learned, and a lot of crew who also experienced Muay Boran, you have heard of this word, okay? Um, if you have not never heard of it, and if you
Right.
are a crew or a John or grandmaster, give me a call. I'm gonna talk you through this,
Right.
and we're gonna look good, and we're going to be having confidence
Right.
having this subject. So when you practice Muay Boran, first of very first, when you introduce to the art, is tum tap jap hak. So these
I
are the
wanted to definitely ask you about that. Yes,
right.
go ahead.
So these are the arts that Muay Borans are famous for. Tum is to grab and slam someone on the ground. It is throw. Tum.
Hold on. So took is to slam them to the ground. You say slam them to the ground. You didn't say take down. You didn't
I
say
don't forget that.
sweep. You said literally slam them. I want you to break down the slam and what is the intention of the slam.
The intention of slam is to cause damage to your opponent as they
Mm,
are going on their way down. There's art of tum. You see, this is not a sweep. This is you purposely smash someone on the ground in intention of hurting them.
So now,
Um,
hold on. That's interesting. So you intentionally, just like what we talk about in freestyle kickboxing and freestyle Muay Thai, you can slam them to the ground. People like Rudy say, "Hey, you know what? You can't. There are no throws in Muay Thai.
the new rule now, you can't.
You can't throw them." But in the freestyle, even back in the day, the took actually means slam.
That's what it means.
Okay, all right, as you were.
And I'm not making this up. It's been, remember, these are the words that exist before Thailand have its public school.
Got it.
These are something been around since Thailand have their
Right,
public school. So
right.
it's been
Before they made
around.
it more formal.
Yeah. So uh, tap is the art where not only that you can slam someone down, you can sit on top of them. You can sit on top of your opponent.
Mm,
So not only that I can slam, I can position myself to be on top of my opponent in an intention of using my body weight uh, to to take advantage of when someone's falling down on the ground. Excuse me. Um, but you cannot strike on your way down. There's no
Use your body
use
as
your
a
body,
weapon.
but you
Use the
cannot.
mat as a weapon,
Yes,
and all of that together, right, could cause damage.
yes.
Okay.
No, you cannot take someone down and pounding the punch.
Right. That's
Um,
no, can't do that. Right.
and there are like rules associated to that, right? Um, job is to catch, right? Job is to catch.
To catch like a kick.
To catch a lot of anything, right? To catch, the arts of catching.
Mm.
Um, and some of these catch are legal in modern sport, and some of these are not legal in modern sport
Hmm.
of Muay Thai. I see some of the technique being used in an MMA, um, but there are the arts of catch, and
Right.
catch also includes clinching. That's a catch. That
Right.
um, if you will elaborate it, right? And
Right.
it's going the arts of you put your hand,
Right.
hold
Mm-hmm.
on to somebody, you catch.
Right. You catch him. Got it.
Hack. The last one, hack is
Huck is like Huk. Huck.
hack. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can sound there's kind
Well,
of
that's the way I would spell it as
sound
an
like that.
American. Yeah.
Yes. Hug is it's art of breaking, right? In
Mm.
warfare, yeah, you can break someone as like a joint ligament, and of course, in traditional Muay Boran, hug mostly refer to you break someone's posture. You pick someone's
Ah,
okay.
breaking their posture, not necessarily in the more sport like. You're not trying to break their arm or their leg. Ideally, even though they some do try to do that.
Yes, in
Right. But it's
outside
more
of
about breaking
sport
their
you
posture.
can. Yes, in Muay Boran, hug is usually referred to breaking someone's posture. How to break someone's posture and in the position that you would gain control of the fight,
Ah.
right?
Mm.
And you and I talk about clinch all the time. And one time you asked me, um, define. I forgot what you asked.
Define who's win. How do you determine
Winning.
who's winning a clinch?
Yes,
Right.
yes,
I remember the question. Right. Right.
yes. Thank you. So this person have ability to swim their way to dominate and cause the damage. Bear hug.
Hmm.
I mean, bear hug could count if your opponent don't know how to get out of it, and you keep throwing
Right.
knee, right?
Even though in tradition you can't lift them up in the traditional Muay Thai. Right.
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 So, uh, so there's those are four things in Muay Boran: tum, tap, jab, hak.
You know what? Actually, what you've just said really defines, in my opinion, how to judge. This is what I heard. Right. So in freestyle Muay Thai, obviously you just said that with the talk, right, that it is the slam, right? So you know you would count that as damage. So that tells anybody how to, and this is education, I know for all the other people who are going to be trying to do this as well. It's not just IKF. It's education for everyone. Obviously, that damage that you can do with somebody on the mat is a scoring, is now becomes a score, right? And I've said that many times about back. It seemed like to me it wasn't that long ago that people did not hardly count sweeps. They like discounted sweeps, right? They're like a sweep doesn't count. I've heard a lot of people say it doesn't. Well, it does count. It has to count.
Right,
Right, based on everything you said and what I've always believed is right, because it takes technique to execute a sweep, and then putting
right,
somebody on the mat has to count for something. So those who are not counting a sweep are missing out on some major scoring, would you say?
right. So sweep does require some skills as well as uh, taking down opponent, uh, everything we mentioned before, uh, using leverage, right, to
Mm.
slam someone down. Um, if you not think this is effective art, um, have someone slam you down on the ground.
Exactly.
See how you feel and see how that would affect your cardio, would affect your breathing, affect your stride. You definitely going to hear your lung slam on the ground.
Right, right, right. Now,
So
yeah.
go ahead.
You mentioned also about the slamming. So again, that would help a judge based on how that person got up, who was slammed. Number one, if they got up slow, that would probably initiate an 8 count. Okay, but you talk about the breaking of the posture, and I hear a lot of in Muay Thai. Talking about the posture, about if a person is like all over the place and like this, or they're getting pushed with a push kick and they go across the ring, or they kind of just got them flapping around like the other person is really controlling that clinch and they got you moving. And it really explains the posture part and why it's important to kind of maintain that strong posture in almost every aspect of the fight, correct?
Right. That's right. So I think we agree. Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
So just a little thing, right? Rounds in Muay Boran. So I recall you mentioned something like 12 rounds, something like that. And when I heard you said 12 rounds, wow, people really have to put into work, and this is going to be a really good fight. Um, so in Muay Boran, do you know how they have their round set up?
Uh-uh. Not
Since we
really.
are on this subject, and I love talking about this.
Okay.
They use coconut shell. Okay, they use coconut shells that you cut it in half, right? And you need a bucket of water, and you're going to need the side of the shells that has eye, that has hole on it, right?
Right.
And you're going to put that on the water, and the water going to starting to get into the shell. And when the water get inside the shell, when the shell sink, that's finished one round.
What? Okay, all right. Okay, back that up. Back that up for me. Okay, so you have a coconut shell,
Yes.
and you have you. Okay, go through that again because I
Okay.
that went right over my head. It really did.
The coconut shells have the bottom part of it. Usually we make like something with, and the other side of it has hole on it. So you put this coconut shells on top of the inside the water bucket, and the water going to slowly sink in that shell, right? And eventually it's going to fill up, the shell gonna fill up with water and sink, and that's one round.
How long would that normally take?
I don't know. Look, I was born in generation where like we have cup now.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How up? Right.
Well, well,
That's
here's the crazy part. I could imagine it might take a minute, right? Um, and here's the crazy part. In Muay Boran, there was no round. There was no how many rounds.
oh.
You fight until other persons can't go on, or just accept that they lose the fight.
So why are people tripping about five when they talk about 5 rounds, 5 rounds? Whose idea was it?
Well, look, and they have a solid point, Johnny. And I'm gonna say this for sport of Muay Thai, right?
Let's go.
Because
Yes.
right now, go to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Thailand right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, they are. arguing about 3 rounds Muay Thai and 5 rounds Muay Thai. And it has been an ongoing back and forth about we should make it 3 round because 5 rounds is too much. Even 5 rounds too much. Um, because of the gambling portion, the last round, usually the fighter does not want to fight anymore,
Right.
right? So they want to cut it out because if you fight 5 rounds, you mostly fight 3 rounds, and round four a little bit here and there. Round five, you're out there dancing anyway.
But
Um,
why do you think that is though? But Kupal, I hear what you're saying, but how do they compare that to the climate in America when they're beating the crap out of one another? Remember when we talk about the minutes?
well, to give an input, we have to understand bigger picture, right?
Hmm. Right.
So people thought, well, if I'm gonna stand here and sit here and watch another fighters dance, just make it 3 rounds.
I get it. No, I
And
understand that. Right.
and people who did commit with 5 rounds said, okay, look, we can't enforce no dancing. No dancing mean like you just
Sure, sure,
dance.
sure, sure. Yeah,
Really,
yeah, yeah. Just moving
um,
around. Right, right.
so we can enforce that. I actually saw um, something article. Ratchadamnern stadiums. They came out with the new rule. I'm trying to translate in my head.
Mm.
If you don't fight round five, you're gonna be disqualified or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
uh, surprisingly, in even in Thailand, they are fighting, going back and forth about three rounds and 5 rounds. So when Johnny Davis said 12 rounds,
Well, I said more like 9 rounds.
yeah,
That was the main thing. But then
right,
maybe eventually 12 if the money's right. Anyway.
right.
Right.
So I can see that people will be like, oh, no, we are arguing about three and fives. Johnny, go away.
Right.
I can see that. I can see that. Um, and I don't blame them for that. It's not for everybody.
It's
It's
not.
not for everybody.
But Kupal, it might not be for everybody, but you're talking to a fighter. You're talking to a
Right.
fighter too who fought 12-round fights,
Right.
right? So I fought 12-round fights and I can still hold a sentence. I'm not saying fight, 12 5-minute rounds or 12, even 3-minute rounds. I'm not even saying that right now. I'm not even saying 12 rounds right now. I am saying nine for pros, right? 2-minute
Right.
rounds, right? And now just because of the entertainment factor, and it creates chapters in a fight. And remember, I have to go back through this again. It's really important that the bang for the buck in American entertainment and what we see as bang for the buck. Why does boxing have 36 minutes? Right? Why does MMA have 25 minutes? Why is it that we only have 15 minutes if there's only going to be 5 rounds? That's all I'm saying, because there are chapters in those rounds that I think that are essential for the person who's paying to come to see this fight. No, I'm not saying go in there and fight, 12 5-minute rounds. I'm not saying that. I am saying though those chapters make a difference. And every time we do these, like we can easily determine most of the time who the champion is after that sixth and seventh round, right?
Right.
Because of what you said, which requires you to be in condition. It requires you not to be walking around vaping. It requires you not to go eat a bunch of donuts. It requires you to go and do your road work. It requires for you to do your ab conditioning. It requires for you to live a disciplined life in order to
Right.
do this as a business. If you want to be serious about it, yes, you have to be in shape. I couldn't go hanging out with my boys, drinking and smoking and partying and running women and wanting to be a world champion. No, I had to go train, I had to eat right to be ready for that 12 rounds. So yes, we are talking about a reconditioning of the mind and the body and the spirit in order to get to that next level.
Wow. Yes, absolutely. Cardio is a thing. I can see that it's not for everybody, and I feel
Right?
like,
No.
personally, right? I have heard a lot of people said bare knuckle is not my thing. I not think my skin built that way, right?
Right,
So, okay, 9 rounds maybe not your thing, but we still keep the 3 rounds. Don't worry.
right,
We still keep the 2 rounds at PKB. Just sign up and just plug yourself in somewhere there.
right, right. But here's the point that I want to make though. We talked about the rounds for a moment, but I want to close this thing out a little bit as we talk about the freestyle Muay Thai, based on the took the the words that the four things words that you said. Right? Say what were they again?
ทุ่มทับจับหัก
Right, on those. That really goes right into the evolution, in my opinion, of perhaps Muay Baran or Muay Thai. That freestyle Muay Thai would be an obvious thing that would eventually happen because it was already happening essentially. I mean, they already got, you can slam people to the mat. They modernized it and they made it more formal when they put it into the system, it sounds like, in Thailand. However, to say that, whoa, they don't throw in Muay Thai, well, yeah, they don't throw it in the formal way that they have it today, but it was certainly a part of the Muay Baran, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So that's why when you ask me question, I'm trying to be very careful
Right.
because
I see that.
yes, because there are two very different things. The Muay Boran have it is its own sport, right? Um, and it was bare knuckle then, and now the new sport. And I don't want to be like ignorant. Oh, Muay Thai we have throw. Well, let's be specific.
Right.
In Muay Boran, yes, Tum Tap Jab Hug is the heart of Muay Boran. Yes, they do that, and yes, that it's been. I not think Johnny's reinventing the wheels.
No.
I mean, it is a new sport, and of course, we have to get the name so everyone can hear
Right.
and gravitate toward, right? Which you can call in different things, um, but we can just make it better.
Right.
Make it
Right.
better.
Right. Right.
Some wrestler might want to join us. There's some open for new generation. As a coach myself, this might not be my thing, right? I consider myself very open minded when it's come to sport.
Sure.
Yes, I'm a martial artist, but instead of holding tight to what I already know,
Hmm.
well, I not think this is my thing. But guess what? My students kind of like it.
Yeah.
They're excited about this.
Right.
I don't understand why. Just like I'm looking with my daughter right now, right? Instead of playing game, she watched someone playing game.
Right. Right.
Does
Right.
that make sense to you?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Yes, if you are listening to this part, if you are a coach, if you are passionate about a different sport, right? Sanshao, kung fu, wushu, it's a different thing. Oh, my arts have this too. Yes, I think we are all connected at some
Right.
point
Right.
because if you are taking sport and science, you understand kinetic change. Your body move just so many different ways.
Right.
Yes, we're gonna throw if it is an old school martial arts. We might be a whole one big family. But come back to the new sport, not new the new rule set, uh, freestyle Muay Thai, freestyle kickboxing. If this is not for you, this might be the new generation thing.
Right.
I love this. And this is how our sport stay alive is to adapt to the audience, to adapt into the new generation.
Right. Right. Well, that's
adaptive
well said. Well
other
said. And that's because,
people's
yeah,
appetites.
yeah, it's the appetite because you have in this culture, you already got the MMA strong, you got bare knuckle strong, you have some of these other things that are going on. How do we get this? And I'm not saying don't still do traditional Muay Thai. I'm not saying still don't do traditional kickboxing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't wear regular boxing gloves over fingertip gloves. Either one of them is okay with me in that sense. But the bottom line is that I think we do have to make changes in order to move this sport forward. And if that's I guess that catch the eyes of some of the bigger potential sponsors or TV or and things like that, and try to keep the fighters as safe as possible at the same time. I definitely think that we need to entertain and do this. And the fact that we're getting ready for our IKF World Classic in Las Vegas, Nevada on July the 10th through the 12th, where we're going to have all the rule styles, international rules, rules, modified Muay Thai, full rule Muay Thai, freestyle Muay Thai, and freestyle kickboxing. It's a little bit of something for everybody. All people have to do is go and register, and that's something there. Where better to do it than the fight capital of the world? So I think IKF is, trying to do something that's very different and trying to move the sport forward. Yes, I know I put myself on the hot seat, but listen, I'll say the same thing about boxing with the PBSC. Look at that. How long boxing has just been boxing. I come along, I bring in the point boxing. It is people are losing their minds over it, Coupon. You see it at your events. They love it. Mamas and daddies and brothers and sisters, they're coming out and they are loving the point boxing, right? And so this thing is going to blow up. It ain't going away. More gyms doing it. I hear commissions starting to now do more boxing because USA Boxing, frankly, just had this monopoly on it. And when they thought nobody else could do amateur boxing, not even sparring. So, but not to go into that again. But the bottom line is people are now waking up to start to see how vital and how important point boxing is to boxing. How important point Muay Thai, point kickboxing is to the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing. Now we move forward another notch. We go up another rung on the ladder. One day, someday, just like they will say, that Johnny Davis, that point boxing, that Johnny Davis, that point kickboxing, that Johnny Davis, that point Muay Thai, not trying to be vain, but one day, because I'm not the one that's just ideally said freestyle Muay Thai or freestyle kickboxing. That Steve Fossum had that on his website years ago, right? We had one of our other officials, that was with us who also helped design it, right? And stuff like that. So I don't take credit. I'm not going to call his name, but I don't take all the credit, right? We have people that have helped put this together and design it and make it, to what it is. It's my job to push it out there and to make sure that people understand this is real, this is something that can happen, it's the evolution of it. And having someone like you, Kupal, who was born in the culture, who's seen the evolution of it, right? And having a club like you have over in New Bern, right? And teaching, different things, primarily traditional Muay Thai, but certainly open to the other ideas and concepts that is going to help elevate the sport and take it to the next level. Let me give you final words, Kupal.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Get my word?
Yeah, final words from you.
Yes. Um, Guys, we are in this sport. I believe that everyone trying to make our sport better, and not bitter, right? We try to make our sport better. Keep the ideas open. If this is not something for you, that might be for someone else. I appreciate Johnny have me on here to speak about the differences and how we can implement and get on that new chapter of what is called evolution.
Yes, yes,
Hopefully, you guys have a successful IKF World Classic in Las Vegas. I wish I
yes.
could be there, but I can't. Sorry. Um, uh, well, I do have my event coming up May 23rd in Havelock, so I
Yeah,
hope.
talk a little bit about that before I let you go.
Yes, I have IKF, PKB, and PBSC coming up May 23rd. And all gym invited. Please bring your students out. Come out for showcase your students' skills. If you have new coach, this is the time your new coach get to shine. They get to corner the fighter. They get to work with the fighter um, in professional settings, right?
Right.
This is an incubator for the fighter and the coach to comes together and make our sport good, make our sport look more friendly, be supportive to one another.
Right.
And
And
our
you've been doing the PKB for how long now, Kupal?
I think since 2016.
Oh wow. Wow. That's
And
10 years.
I'm
Love
still
it.
learning. I'm still learning. Our job here is to give our fighter and as the coach too the
Right.
professionalism. We're just
Right.
trying to get everyone on the same page and don't come over to the PKB like this thinking you're gonna knock someone out.
Right. Nope.
No, it's not really for that.
Right. Right.
If you have few events that I have been to, or even at my event, I have seen coaches just shake each other's hand. Hey,
Right.
my fighter have a little experience, and just be honest, but
Yes.
some
Yes.
work, right? Or yeah, but they are fighting, but my student is a little shy and somewhat new, willing to fight, and that's that's the most wonderful thing
Yes. That camaraderie.
to see coaches comes together and put fighters benefit first,
Right. Right.
showcase their skills and not sabotage them, and just be community, right? Give
Yes.
your students an audience to
Right.
train and to fight, to spar with someone, new face, new environment, that's built their confidence, that built self-esteem.
Right.
Your student might not get the win, the trophy home, but guess what? They gain the confidence, they gain the love, they like the sport. Wow, through this sport, they are so supportive, they're so
Yes.
friendly.
Right.
The coach are so awesome.
Right.
And the event, the promoter set a standard of fairness.
Yes. Yes.
So I love the atmosphere of the PKB.
Right. Oh, thank you so much. That's a great endorsement coming from someone like you. You do a great job at it. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the fact that you're on the platform and all. I always brag about what you and Jennifer did at the East Coast Classic. I'm not even kidding you. You guys, I mean, my son got stuck on an airplane and everything, and you guys took it. Y'all just bam, 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 mashed everybody up and ran that thing, and I really do appreciate it. And just all your support, just all the time. You are awesome. I think you're just a phenomenal human being and all. And I are so honored to have you a part of the IKF and the PKB and everything else that we're doing.
Well,
Thanks so much again, Kupal, for being on. Hey, you
about
got one
that,
more thing.
Johnny.
You got one more thing.
One more thing.
Go ahead. You go ahead. This is on
Already
you.
know. And if you want to go far, go together, right? So yes, as organization, we need some work.
Yes.
We all of organization. But
Yes.
guess what? You can leave. You can say you're the best. You can say you're better,
Right.
right? But if you want to go far, goes together.
Yeah.
Right.
United. United, we're stronger together, no doubt.
Yep, that's all. That's
All
all.
right, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it from the one and the only Crew Paul. Thanks so much, Crew Paul. Thanks so much. Always enjoy speaking to that young lady there. A lot of knowledge there, and just always trying to, be fair, because you'll see sometimes she don't always agree with everything Johnny Davis says. You can believe that, right? She puts it out there and she, just kind of says whatever she feels. But, fortunately, a lot of things are certainly on the same page in what we agree with and what we don't agree with and things like that. So I just want to talk a little bit about one of our certified titles. that we have. I should have put Eli's picture up there, but I didn't grab it yet. But we're still looking for some fighters here. We have little Eli Flores out of New Jersey. He's our United States champion. He's about 13 years old, weighs about 90 pounds. He has a lot of fights, around 30 some fights and all that. He won last year his title. We're looking for a defense for him. You can go on our sites and you will see that information for Eli Flores, who is our current champion. We do have a couple of people that have submitted names and everything that we are considering for that fight. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have a match. However, though, if you think you have somebody, go ahead and submit the fighter and everything so we can give him consideration. We really want the best match for him because you know what? He's really good. He is no joke. He brings everything to the table. Great kick, great punches, great knees, and all of it. He's just a kid right now. And so we'll definitely want to get a great match for him. So if you think you know someone, go ahead and contact us online with all of our information that we have there for you. Really quick, with Tyler Jones. What a great fighter this guy is. He's out of Blairville, Georgia. Last year, he fought at the IKF World Classic. And man, this guy's solid. He is really good. He got good punches. He has good kicks. He's very diverse. So he's no joke. Let me just first put that in there. He fought 7 rounds. He fought him strong. He defeated a great fighter as well. If you think you have someone, this is serious, that might be ready for this type of challenge in Las Vegas, Nevada on January the 11th, right? Submit their names. They have to have a winning record, a good record, a winning record, and they have to be approved by IKF in order to get this particular certified title fight. Now, he is the current United States champion. He's going to be going pro sooner rather than later. So what we are offering is that we're willing to step it up to an intercontinental title if there's someone in Canada or some other country that might be interested in fighting him, or even a world title, right? Because that's how good he is. He's chiseled, he's in shape, he's hungry, and he wants it. So before he goes into the pros, we want to see, can we take him to the top? So if you think you have somebody with the right skills who are serious about moving forward or interested in having an IKF title, whether it's the Intercontinental, United States, or a world title, we'll be interested in speaking to your trainers about those special fighters. Right? It will be a 7-round fight. That's what we do, 2-minute rounds and all. And we hope you have somebody. I think it'll be awesome for you to come out and bring your team anyway to the IKF World Classic. It's going to be happening July 10th through the 12th at the Flamingo Casino and Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're hoping that we're going to see you there, guys. It's going to be a fun weekend. Last year we had like 150 fights in one weekend. That's a lot of fighting going on. But, we also have a lot of staff there in order to, cover the event. But, listen, bring your team out. It's going to be a great event. Some of the other events I also mentioned to you that we're having coming up in Reno next month in May. The West Coast Classic. It's going to be more like a fight night West Coast Classic, kind of like a reintroduction to the West Coast Classic and what it will be. We have the Full Rules Tournament that's going to be at the end of May over in Reno as well. Then we are ready priming up for the IKF World Classic that's going to be right at the Flamingo. With that information on the screen. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you once again for watching yet another edition of Johnny Davis Live. Always respect each other. And also, let me thank my guest today, Ms. Crew Paul. Always respect each other. This is Johnny Davis Live. I'm checking out and try to enjoy some of this sun. We have some events going on across the country. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.